What's up guys, Mr.Wednesday here, back at it with another video. Recording this literally the seconds before I'm leaving for my vacation. I still want to get content out there for you guys. In the meantime, during my leave from YouTube, so to say, but hey, got some videos already scheduled. Like a pro YouTuber, you know, you cannot take days off. Let's get it popping. So, today we'll be talking about Roshcard, about Errol, and about Martyr mainly. Also we're looking at Abess, and then I'm just gonna quickly plug Ashlon in because I just wanna say he's been like a past fusion. I mean, he's still really terrific. You can actually use him in stuff like Nether Spider for his 4-turn stun. You can actually stun all the spiderlings in Doom Tower. Otherwise, you can use him as crowd control or as a nuker. That's gonna be fully up to you. He's an amazing champion overall. So I did want to plug him in here. You can build him, as I said, with literally no accuracy or full-blown accuracy. He really does have multiple uses in this game. From basically arena to, as I said, faction wars, Doom Tower, basically wherever you can think of, you could plug him in. The only part of the game he will not be working for you is definitely going to be Clan Boss and Hydra. But otherwise, amazing champion. Just a quick plug, I know he's been a fusions, that's why I do not really want to go over him. He's been covered lately. So let's get into some of the older legendaries of the faction. First, I'm gonna go over Errol. Errol is kinda a shout out. I wouldn't really advise building him, not gonna lie. But hey, if you're perhaps somebody who got to the point of the game where everything is stale, you already cleared all the PvE type of content, and you're maybe struggling with arena, not really there with platinum yet. And you just want to have a champion to play around with, you could go for Errol. Honestly, he's not a terrible champion. Again, if you have anybody better, I would not advise basically using any resources on him. That's just gonna be the case of if you're bored and you want to try out somebody new. He does hit kinda nicely, so kinda viable for, I'm gonna say faction wars, maybe for PvP content as a nuker, but honestly not really. So let's go over the main 3 champions I actually want to cover in this video. We're gonna start off from Abess. Now Abess is gonna be amazing for a lot of content in the game. You can basically use her in any dungeon, honestly. She's that good. She has this decreased defense over here, books up to 100% chance of placing it, also 3-turn cooldown when booked. She also hits really hard, and then over here she actually smacks crazily. So honestly, you can even use her without any accuracy, just as your basically nuker for arena. So she's just very viable, an awesome champion for basically all the dungeons. You can even use her in Doom Tower. She does have, I mean, she's an attack type champion, so honestly this defense and this HP isn't even that bad for your average attack champion. So honestly, definitely somebody you should look into if you perhaps do not have another decreased defense champion, or you're maybe struggling with this faction. But honestly, you should definitely be able to grind War Maiden, who is equally as good. Basically, she just does not hit as hard, but she's definitely much more valuable than Errol. So I definitely wanted to cover her because hey, we only covered the legendaries you should actually build in this series. Now, let's go over the 2 that are gonna have even more utility for you in this game. That's gonna be Roshcard and then Martyr over here. Now, first of all, really badass champion design. That's actually something I wanted to bring up when it came to Ashlon. I just love how good his design is. I just wish he smacked even harder so that you can actually with some viability use him even in platinum arena. He just sadly isn't there with his multipliers and the damage he does, but for your average gold 4 team, he's still gonna be crazily good. I certainly loved using mine until I got some other nukers. So let's get back into Martyr. Now Martyr is gonna have some amazing things. AoE decrease attack, which is crazy good, also provoke, which is amazing. Then over here she's gonna have increased defense, counter attack on 4 turns, so basically like a lesser version of Valkyrie. In addition to that, she does place increased defense, so we just basically swap the shield for increased defense. And then also decreased defense over here, so I mean honestly like the perfect clan boss champion for like the old school non-unkillable teams. Also LA defense in all battles by can I speak please? 33%, which makes her even better. Really high HP, really nice defense, defense based as well, so she can actually hit really hard. I would not advise using her in any PvP content, so I'm actually gonna plug in here the master race I advise you should be using in any PvE content you plan on using her for. She can be very viable, as I said, for clan boss. You can use her in Doom Tower against the bosses as well. You can use her in Hydra. You could even use her in any of the dungeons. It's gonna prolong your runs, but hey, if it's the only way to make your runs 100% successful, she's definitely viable. Now, how would I go about gearing her? As I said, high defense, because that's where the damage is gonna come from. So if you're like early to mid game, you're probably gonna go for like defense percent on the gloves and the chest piece, speed on the boots always, and then just look for like more defense and speed in the weapon, helmet, and shield. And then we're looking for like defense basically on your ring, banner, and amulet. Now, I'm sorry, not on the banner. We want accuracy on the banner for the decrease attack, provoke, and then decrease defense as well. Now, otherwise, when you get into a little bit more, let's say, end game-ish, you can go for like crit damage on your gloves, defense percent obviously still on the chest piece, speed to the boots, and then look to get to 100% crit rate overall, so that she can actually also smack really hard. Now, as for the masteries, as I said, I'm gonna plug those in really quickly here for you to check out. And let's get back to Roshcard. Now, Roshcard is gonna be amazing for clan boss because of this skill right here. So 4-turn cooldown on a 2-turn block damage. So actually you're going to be seeing him in a lot of different comps. I do want to mention that I cannot be talking about specific speeds here, because each and every one of those comps will definitely ask for a different kind of speed value. So that's not really something I can like 100% mention over here. So that's definitely going to be something that you need to take a look at, basically in relation to what team you're building. Now, otherwise, I do want to mention he hits really hard, and he's also over here based off of HP, and over here is based off of attack. So his attack is not like really up there in the highest amounts, but still in clan boss he really does nice damage. I actually use him to this day on my account, so just a great champion overall. Now, I do want to mention also that you could to some degree utilize him in your faction wars, of course, and then also Doom Tower, but honestly he just doesn't come anywhere close to the PvP content. He just doesn't bring anything I would highly advise building him for. So again, I'm just gonna plug in here the masteries I advise taking when it comes to the PvE content, definitely ending up in War Master for even more damage. And then also I do want to mention how you should go about building him. Now, as I said, he can do damage, so you do want to have those damage dealing stats, depends on HP, attack, right? And then also full crit rate, as much crit damage as you possibly can. Now, you could utilize these block active skills and block buffs, but it is just on one enemy, so honestly I really wouldn't build him for like accuracy just for this skill alone. He does not place any other debuffs, so honestly just not really something I would recommend. So I would go full blown HP everywhere where you can get it, some attack here and there, speed on the boots, and then obviously crit damage on the gloves. Alongside that, obviously 100% crit rate. Now, with all of that in mind, I'm gonna end the video here, and then in the next video we'll be covering epics from this faction, and that's actually gonna probably bring us to the end of the Sacred Order. Much love, and until the next one, Mr. Wednesday, signing out.